Welcome. Week 5, game of the week, man. Hey, we came down. This thing been long. Coach Bird and I was just talking about the weather, man. They done extended this thing out. On the original calendar, this should have been the playoff week, going to the championship game on Sunday. We got rained out, so nevertheless, we got to back it up a little bit. But we're going into week 5, game of the week at 3 p.m. And we got the infamous coach, I'm going to call her prophetess, Coach Lee. I'm telling y'all better listen to what she say. This lady predictions be almost on point, down to the point. I'm telling you, you're going to hear about her because I know they're going to be ready to roll next week in the playoff. That total blackout, for those unaware, total blackout, they taking on reckless behavior. Both teams are undefeated in division play. Total blackout is coming in at 4-2-1. Reckless behavior is coming in at 7-1, but as it relates to divisions, total blackout is 4-0, and reckless behavior is 5-0. And we're going to get into a little bit into what they got to look forward to. And at 6 o'clock for the east side of the division, you have only the fam who OTF. They're the only undefeated team so far. Everybody they put in front of them, they handle their business. And they're undefeated, going in 5-0 in division play, taking on Unbothered, who are coming in at 4-0 division play. So for those who aren't aware, Coach, Prophetess Lee, she leads the total blackout, and Coach Burtis, he leads only the fam. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today?
Hey,
What's going on? What's going on?
what's going on? How everybody doing?
All right. Hey, I don't know what y'all said to the other coaches. Y'all scared to have them chiming in. I don't know what it is, man. What happened? Coach Bird, we ain't heard from Coach Muscle all year, man. What you?
I don't know. He did a whole personality change. I don't know. He's doing some therapeutic stuff, working on himself. I don't know.
Coach Muscle done disappeared, man. I mean, he was popping off. He was talking last spring. Man, I don't know what y'all did to them boys in the playoff, man. Since the playoff semifinals, I haven't heard Coach Muscle say that. Coach Muscle don't even speak that long now, man. We sit there and chop it up. Now he just say, "Hey, keep on moving, man." What happened, man? Did y'all?
I don't know. He playing for some he playing for some get back this week, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
Go Lee. I know. Hey, I know you always be at it. They can't handle you. I know this is our first year meeting you, but I swear it seems like we've been knowing each other longer than a few months. You guys came right in, man, and integrated yourselves like you guys just was destined to be a part of Zenith, and you just come in with that charisma and personality. I'll never forget. I don't care what go on from this point on. You said at the end of spring, you said we the Jimmy Butlers, man. Jimmy Butlers, everybody talking about black 1 seed, this team 2 seed, 3 seed. She said, watch this. This is what's going to happen right here. And the crazy part about it, probably Coach Lee, you weren't even there. And the stuff happened, man. What girl, what you put you sprinkling some dust or something on the field before you leave? What's going on, Coach Lee? What you be telling them for?
Well, I just speak it into existence, and I give them that confidence to let them know it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Hey, you made a good point. You made a good point with that, because the truth of the matter is, and you guys have been around sports to know, whoever the hottest team record don't even matter once because you only talking about one day. And you got to be the team one time. It don't matter how it happened. You just need to beat a team one time by 1 point to take that thing. So hey, I know you guys gonna be here next week when we go over our playoff edition. I know you guys are gonna be here. But as it look to this week, Coach, we want to start with you since you got the 3 o'clock game. I did my little homework, and because of the rain out the end of last week, you got to run 3 games this week. You got to roll 3 games. And these are some important games, because if you run the table this week, you win the division, and depending upon what go on the other side, you can't go no lower than seed 2. So you ain't sneaking up on nobody. What are you telling your team this week in preparation Cause hey, y'all 3 hours away from winning the division. What are you telling me?
Well, the number one thing I'm telling them is defense wins games. So I just told them to go out there and you know, give it all they got, play good defense, execute. And we looking to turn that name reckless behavior, take the behavior off and put total on it. And when they play total black eye, they're gonna be totally reckless. And that's how we gonna win it.
Ooh, I wish Coach Tyne was on here because you got two ladies, man. I mean, you got two lady head coaches finna get at it, coming down to the last week of the season to determine division winner. And I like that. You say it finna be total reckless, huh? If you just finna do something crazy going into the playoff week, you just finna shock. To some people, you may shock the world, but it sounds like from your end, you expect to win this game.
Oh, I want to let Tiny know that I'm the head woman of this ship. So just like we went to championships before last season, we going again.
I hear you. Hey, I hear you. Now you won't see this guy until it look like next week, right? Because y'all in separate divisions. Did Total Black Eye, have y'all played OTL?
Yeah, we played them the first game of the week, the start of the season, and Coach Virgie only got us 3-2.
Okay. Yep. Okay. That's
but
right.
I've been doing my homework on them. I'm speaking it to existence now. We're gonna meet again.
Okay.
But Pastor, didn't you just say something about 1 day, 1 point, 1 game? Wasn't that what that was? That's exactly what that was. 1 day, 1 point, 1 game.
Ooh, hey man, you guys are playing some outstanding kickball, man. You guys are on the team undefeated, and no matter what's been put in front of y'all raised up to the challenge, man. And I like the mixture of that youth that you brought in this year. What are you telling your ladies, man, that now you 2 games away from not only winning your division, but you'll now open the gate with the #1 seed and probably one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team going into the playoff. What are you telling your girls for this final week of regular season?
It's not just this week. We tell them all season, like after every week is over with, we 0-0. That record stuff, we learned from watching, with being repent later. We came in, off everybody's radar, came in as a number 3 or 4 seed, however we started the playoffs, and won the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And then with CBR, they went as, lost 1 game or undefeated through the regular season and didn't win the championship. So like you said, records in the playoffs don't mean anything. And it's about coming out here, putting in that work, getting this work before the games and preparing and playing 1 game at a time and playing everybody like it's championship game.
So it sounds like from a coaching standpoint, for those that, are listening to you talk, you're making sure you preach that it's not going to be complacency. We're not going to get caught up in the hype and all the fanfare stuff. We gotta treat every game as if it's our last. And so your girls are developing and having a championship mentality every single game they play every week, regardless of what we get in.
Right. And that's the thing is, like, I preach to them, stay hungry. The worst thing you can do as an athlete, a person, or just in life is become complacent. You always have to strive to get better. You can always get your bunts a little tighter. You can always get your kicks a little better. Develop your IQ. Like, we work on that stuff consistently so that none of these girls get the big head. And they come out and put in the work. So, we've been successful so far. But again, 1 day, we just got to be able to perform on that 1 day.
Hey, one thing that I noticed by watching both of you guys, your ladies are very coachable. It's one thing from a coach standpoint that want to share and tell ladies what to do, but you got to have a group of ladies who want to receive what you guys are saying. And I've seen each one of you guys in different situations that you have to pull the coattail of your ladies, and they respond. I seen Coach Lee, I seen you guys were down, I think against Black, in the last bottom of the inning, and you guys walked them back in, end up being a tie. But that shows a lot of character and stick to it is that, you know, they never gave up. I never seen your team give up, even in the championship game, as they were down. And I'm pretty sure you've seen the video that they fought back. Let's go back to the week 1 against OTF. I think Coach Bird, if I'm not mistaken, you guys jumped out on them probably 2 or 3 to nothing, and had to hold the lead, and they settled down and those kind of things. And your Coach Bird, your team, a lot of veterans, girls have played. And what I've seen is as the culture of kickball, that once people feel like they've arrived to a certain point, it's like they don't feel like they can't be coached anymore. But I don't get that feel by watching your ladies. So can you guys, you know, in your own way, share how do you keep them locked in and in the midst of them being successful in this game, but still being coachable?
Well, I think for me, oh, go ahead, Lily.
Go ahead, Coach Bird.
I think for our ladies, they really trust in the system. They trust in me and the coaches, and they do understand that you know you can't again become complacent, because once you do that or you start thinking you know more than us, that's when the errors start. That's when the bad kicks start, and that's when you start developing bad habits. And in practice, we'll get onto the most veteran player just like we will the newest player. Everybody's treated the same. But if we do have to like pull somebody's coat, we do pull them to the side and explain, look, this is what we're trying to do with this team. And it's not just about you, it's about the team. And that's what sometimes, you know, kickball and some of these ladies get into individual stuff. Why I'm not playing enough? Why am I not playing this position? And we have to just emphasize it's about the team. And if it's not about that, then you with the wrong group of people.
Good. That's good. Coach Lily?
And with my girls, I think we are the only team that had Coach Bird call the timeout. And, you know, so I always let my team know it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You always you never take anybody lightly, and you never give up on yourself. You know, and you just keep that determination and keep pushing and keep fighting. And you know, and it ain't over to the fat lady thing. So, you know, so I always just tell them to just never, you know, say, well, they undefeated, we can't beat them. You never, you know, you never say what you cannot do, because you're gonna come in it.
That's some great wisdom from you guys. Coach Burris, I want to touch on the fact of, and you see this a lot, and I think it's human nature probably, right? People love what can be comfortable. And so sometimes people take on, this my position, right? And so I've been in this spot, and now if you come around as a coach and say, hey, you know, it's not that you can't play this, but for us to be the best we can, we need to move you here. How would you tell the coach to go about that when he's dealing with, let's say, some veteran women? And Coach Lee, you can address this too. I've seen you make some adjustments as you add on some new pieces, that people that were playing in one area and you guys were successful, now they need to move around to make the team and your defense or in kicking order just better overall. If there's a coach listening to you guys, what would be your advice on how to go about doing that from your perspective?
Well, I've had to do that. You've seen I've done that, may or may not have seen I've done that with my own daughter. You know, you've seen her as behind the plate most of her I was about to say baseball, that's my sport. Kickball time behind the plate. But we had to make some adjustments. And the main thing that I tell any player as they even start day one is I'm bringing you out here to be a kickball player, not a catcher, not a pitcher, not a first baseman. I need you to be a versatile player that can play multiple positions, and we may need you in key situations to switch up some stuff. That's why when we practice, everybody catches pop flies in the outfield. Everybody gets ground balls behind the plate. Everybody comes off the charger line, because the goal is to teach you the game of kickball, not to be a pitcher or a catcher or a charger. So it's all about being a well-rounded player. Just like the same thing with players who think, oh, I only bunt or I only kick. No, you don't. You're a kickball player. You do it all. Be versatile. And that's what I try to preach to my players is be that Swiss Army knife. Be a full, well-rounded player. And if you don't, and even if you're not playing for me, you can go somewhere else and maybe fit in somewhere else.
Jose, how do you make those adjustments with your lady and get them to buy in?
Well, that's the very first thing that at our first practice, I teach no doubting allowed, no negativity. And you have to learn more than just one position. You know, a lot of people come in, oh, well, I played first base. That's all I played. But that's not allowed in the total blackout camp. You have to be versatile, just like Coach Virgil said. And you have to be able to play, different positions because you never know what can happen. And you don't want to depend on, well, I only play first base or I only play shortstop. You don't want to depend on that. It's just like on Sunday against Brick Squad, we had to play with 8 people. And because, the other team players didn't show up. So everybody had to play different positions. And that's what I try to teach, is that you don't get too comfortable with just playing one position. You have to be able to play all positions because you never know what can happen. So you just continue to encourage, respect each other, and no negativity, and your team's gonna be okay.
Hey, I totally agree with both of you guys. When I had the opportunity to coaching at kickball, and it was easier at the beginning when no one knew anything, right? And so now we're running drills that everybody. I have a little drill that I do called Around the World, where at some point you're going into playing every spot, right? And so what I started recognizing was that as people start getting comfortable in certain spots, they ran from the things that they were uncomfortable with, even this practice, and they don't want to touch this spot, or let me just focus on this, and trying to get them to understand that it's about being well-rounded, because your IQ come up as well. And if you are in the outfield and you practice at home, you recognize that girl, that catcher doing a lot of movement. And so when she yell at you for dropping the ball, and she done had to have 20 back to back, and you got that one and you don't do your job, it's not personal, but she has a right to say, hey, I need you to catch that. Because I've been running out here in this 95-degree weather. But if you haven't practiced that and see how hard it is, it's easy to criticize and say, well, something should be done. So, and then you're out there with them personally yourself. And so I've seen you move around. So you exemplified the fact of what's in the best interest of the team, not just this is what I want to do. So that gives another level of grace that you are living out what it means to sacrifice so that the team as a whole can be successful. So that's one thing I've seen you guys do. And Birds, as you did, and now I was wondering, was that going to be a concern when I saw you at the beginning of the year, that now things had to be moved around, how that part was going to happen? And I don't know the intricate details of your team, but if anybody had any issues, they don't show up on Sunday. And so that's a tribute to you and your coaching staff, that everybody get in and get locked in, man, and they do the best they can in whatever position they're being asked to play. And so I admire that, and I definitely want to bring that out with you guys, that as coaches are watching this, to recognize that they're not the first to run into that issue, but it's about how do you navigate through it. And I appreciate you guys sharing that part as well. I want to give a shout out, guys, real quick, to our sponsorship for this week. We have Tamar Sexual Abuse Support Group that sponsors Zenith across the board. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of things that we do. When you guys see the green, it goes back to branch outreach, and that's what it's about. At the end of the day, is women empowerment. So many areas and so many social issues we want to address. We can't address everything, but we try to do our best addressing as much as we can, because I believe there's a serious attack against the ladies, especially the ladies of our community. And for you guys to aid in that healing process, for giving them something to do that can empower themselves, I want to again say thank you. Also, we was able to get our first sponsorship from our first NFL team, man. They lost Las Vegas Raiders. I know they're not here. They, we talked a little bit. Y'all can look at Birdie's shirt. I never wondered why he did it. He wear the Saints. Not here now. Somebody else would say the Aints. I don't have no issue with them because I don't roll with family like that. But my favorite team. I said it's whatever team my son play on. So he's with the Raiders right now, and I'm rocking with the Raiders unless he go back to Minnesota. They trying to get him back. They might trade for him, so that may happen. But the Raiders are cool with me. They gave us they're gonna give us a grant. So hey, I'm gonna rock the Raiders in some form or fashion. So again, thank you to our sponsors. Hey guys, before we leave out, man, we got this thing going down at 3:00. Colita, you got 3 games. I mean, my wife said she drunk some Pedialyte, some kind of special Pedialyte. I swore by the liquid IV. She drunk some kind of Pedialyte. She came running up on me. She was high. She said, "Hey, I still got energy." This at the end of the day. She said they gave me the medical tent, gave her some kind of Pedialyte. I don't know if y'all already familiar with it. I recommend, man, tell your ladies about this stuff so nobody fall out. You might need that Pedialyte, Colita, because y'all got 3 hours of kickball, man, and to do on Sunday. 95-degree weather. Girl, how you gonna pull that off, Coach? What's the secret?
Well, I already told, because we have pictures also. So
Okay.
I already told my ladies, let's get up there early and let's get that Pedialyte effect in our bodies. Right
So,
then.
real quick. So I got my media staff just pulled this up. These folks are amazing. It's Pedialyte Advanced Care Plus.
Okay.
We need to talk to these folks. I'm gonna give them a shameless plug. They ain't gave us nothing, but I just want y'all to be safe out there. Pedialyte Advanced Care Plus. Check that out, guys. I haven't taken it myself, but my wife swear by it now. She don't went and bought some of it. And if anybody know anybody working for Pedialyte, tell them look at this. We need some sponsorship money because we put your product out. But hey, give it to the ladies because they swear by it that this thing give you some energy and hydrate you to a certain degree, man, that allows you to get through your day and out there in that 95-degree weather, man. I'm be honest with you, I'm glad that y'all are playing, but y'all crazy. It'd be one thing if I was getting a check. Y'all out here for fun in 95-degree weather, man, and playing some kickball. What's wrong with y'all? Lily as a player, you're not talking as a coach. What's wrong with y'all? What's going on? What's up? What is it?
When you a junkie, a kickball junkie, you don't think about nothing but meeting your needs, and your need is to play kickball.
Oh my goodness! oh my goodness! Hey, do you guys, before we leave out, do you guys continue after the summer? I know we 2 weeks out from Zenith being done for the year. Do you guys also play in the fall? And if so, do you want to give your information out if anybody is looking for a team to possibly try out for that can follow you guys, as well as sponsorship to follow you guys after our season over with? Coach Bird, do you play in the fall?
To be determined. I do one season at a time. I don't know. We're talking about putting a team together. Just don't really know which league we're talking about going to right now. I was just telling Munch, I said we might need to take kind of like a little mental health break. We've been doing Saturdays and Sundays consistently for the last 2 seasons, so
wow.
We're really just thinking about the fall.
Hey man, if somebody wanted to reach you, man, could you give us the information? We'll also put it down in the what bio piece, what that's called. So description, we'll put in description part. So if anybody interested in maybe supporting your lady through the season, how could they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I can. My direct telephone number is 404-734-4074. And the email is V as in Victor, my last name THEUS, the number 10@gmail.com.
Awesome. Coach Lily, do you guys continue fall ball?
We do. We did it for the past 2 seasons. We did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we don't know if we're going to do it because it's work. But right now we just keep rubbing our runner up ball right now and taking comfort in that.
Yeah.
So that is, that's something that we can, discuss further if we're going to continue to go on to do fall. But I mean, my number is 678-232-7089. So if I get, I always vote with the team, and majority vote wins. And so that's how we carry on through it. So we may, if I get some calls and, and everything, we may consider it. And my email is my last name, first name, and that's MCMULLENALICIA@charter.net.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, you guys heard it here first. Veteran coaches, veteran teams is going down at 3 p.m. with Total Blackout, led by Coach Lee, will be taking on reckless behavior, Coach Tiny. That also she has her own league as well. Those of you who are interested in Saturday, and I wish she was able to get on that she can tell you if she's doing something in the fall. And also if you hang around, guys, at 6 p.m. You got OTF, Only the Fan, taking on Bartlett. They got a nice little rivalry going on between them guys that they've established, and they're coached by Coach Muscles, who wasn't able to make it out on today. So feel free, guys, that if you want to come by and see some awesome kickball, it's not like elementary school. These ladies be going at it. They be digging, man. They dive and they slide and they doing all kind of stuff. So if you heard somebody talk about it, or they just popped up on your feed and you just click this on and say, man, what is this about? It goes down, guys, at Southeast Complex every Sunday. This week we starting at 2:00. We got some makeup games to do. So from 2 all the way to 7, nothing but kickball. It's live. If you haven't been around it, great atmosphere. You can bring your family out, kids, husbands, and let them come out. And if you haven't, and coaches, I know y'all are probably aware of this. You win game of the week, you get a free meal from the food truck. Man, a food truck, you get on me.
Right.
I'm gonna feed y'all. Not assistant coaches, just the head coaches. So y'all might, I don't know how assistant coach gonna act, but I'll feed y'all. Y'all get to pick a meal and enjoy yourselves for being a part of what we're doing. So if you win that, definitely come over to the food truck, let them know, hey, our team won this week, game of the week, and they'll be prepared to give you guys an awesome meal. Again, thank you everybody who tuning in. Awesome season. Thank you guys for that. Thank you for your support. And we are who we are, guys, because of you, because you guys bring your awesome team, the way you conduct yourselves, how you go about handling your business. And if it wasn't for you guys and how you conduct yourself on and off the field, we wouldn't be who we are. So I want to say thank you, coaches, for being a part of Zenith again. I know you guys been with us. Coach Burtis been with us for some years. Coach Lily, you came this 2023 with us in the spring, back in the summertime, and it's been like we've been knowing you guys a lot longer than just a few months. You just fit right in. So I just appreciate you guys, man. Let's end with a bang. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna handle your business, and we're gonna meet again next week on Coach's Corner for our playoff edition, and it's gonna go down, man. So we 2 weeks away from determining who's gonna be on the truck coming next season. First, we're gonna talk about them. Just giving you a heads up, man. You guys not only the first one to win 2 times throughout the history of Zenith, but you can be the first ones, man, to flip the side, no matter which side we're looking at, man.
You're looking at us. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. We got to come in and do a lot of editing. I don't know, man. I'm gonna let you have that part with the media team, but we're looking forward to see it. Because Lily, I believe that you still sticking with your guns. You're gonna be the first female head coach to be on the side of that trailer now. Hey, you've been making history so far to make it to the championship game. You just a few outs away, few runs away to make it happen. But we're going to get in that next week, man. I appreciate you guys for taking the time. Thank you for being a part of Coach's Corner this week.
Hey,
and I know you guys
Pastor, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, just want to give a shout out to Kendra's mom with that key lime pound cake. She did some really
Ooh,
special
I
things
heard
right
about
there.
it.
She
Yeah,
did
I
some
heard
really
about
special
that.
things.
Hey,
Yeah.
that may be the kryptonite, coach. Don't give your lady that line,
Oh
man.
no, that only after the game.
Only after the game. There you go. Don't give it to him before the game. It might be the kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I appreciate that, man. So, Rhonda, hey, you heard it here first. Coach Bird say, hey, shout out on that line. I heard y'all on the group me talking about, but I didn't know what they were referring to. But I see what she done did now. And what's sad is I haven't even had it. She hadn't given me any. So
I looked up and walked up on the last piece that day. So I was
so Birdie, we had somebody say they cake got stole. You not confessing?
No, they gave me the last piece and told me to take the Ziploc bag with me. So yeah,
Good deal. Hey man, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on Sunday, man. Y'all be blessed and be blessed to blessing to your team and your ladies and your families, man. And we'll see y'all on Sunday. Thank y'all again for coming on.
all right, thank you.